And on top of all of that, to make the top 10, I mean, to be within the top 10, you need a 26 average.
You can't do that as a part-time team.
No, that is, and there are part-time, there are teams who are doing it part-time. Look at Thunder ISR.
But they've had to put many, many decades of work into that. We're starting the action now, Kurt. It's the start of the finals, round 9 here at Inflight Dubai Clash of Champions, and we're underway with the Tsar, Dubai Red.
Okay, so they have reversed the starting order, obviously. So the team which is in 21st place was first in the flying chamber. That is Dubai Asa Red, and they are actually having their own little race. That's also one of the beautiful things about any leaderboard at any competition where you have enough teams for that. There is not only the battle for the medals and for the top spots, there is a battle everywhere. The teams are picking their opponents, the ones which are close to them. And we have that here. That was Dubai Asa Red in 21st place after 8 rounds, and 2 points ahead of them is one of the Aerocard Academy kids teams or junior teams, and they are next. They are 2 points ahead of the Dubai Asa Red team, and let's see if they can hold that position. I have to tell you, in all honesty, even though I love the Dubai teams and I want the host to be successful with everything, I am cheering for the kids. It would be so cool to see that in none of the categories they end up on the bottom, that they can keep up with the other AAA class teams. And look at that. That's a AAA class dive pool. They have, learned, like, since 2012, they have worked on developing the basic skills, first of all, four-way skills.
Yeah.
And now here they are with a AAA class dive pool. Diamond Bunny, that's memory. It's a slot switcher, and they're mastering it. It is so nice. Yeah, it's wonderful. And I from what I saw out of the angle of my eye, I would say that Academy won that little duel for the bottom slot there, and they're probably finishing in 20th place. But we have to wait for the judging.
Yes.
And so we'll know that later. Now here are the fathers.
Yes.
Actually, one father who is with Monaco Valesi, Stéphane Martoni. His son is in the AA class Academy team, and they are next. They are actually probably too far ahead of the other two teams, and they have their own position there in 19th place at the moment. The 8-way veterans of the early 90s, 8-way experts, they are, and they came back like 5 years ago or so, maybe even longer ago, and decided they want to come back in 4-way. So
yes.
that is Stéphane Martoni, David Moy here in Dubai, Yves Negri and Jeff Roncesvalles. Didier Boignon was a part of that 8-way team by then, and Jeff Roncesvalles, or he's here anyway. David Moy came later.
It seems like everybody from the 90s in FS in France has made a comeback, really.
Yeah, and it's wonderful to see that. What can you say? I see those kind of comebacks actually happening at a lot these days. People, once they start competing and training so hard, they feel like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
And then later on they feel like, actually it was so much fun, why did I stop?
Yeah.
So then they come back and they are recreational competitors by then, as I am now, as you are probably, and you still have the same fun. So
that's right. Probably more fun.
Yeah.
As Dubai Gold now, the second team from the local
and
crew.
They have actually a nice little race going on for the 18th place, and 3 teams are involved. Tenanin, ACM, and Dubai Asa Gold is separated by 2 points. Those 3 teams. And we're beginning Dubai Asa Gold. They're 2 points behind those other 2 teams. And they are actually one of the positive, great surprises of the meet, as Coach Craig Girard said earlier. They're the new guys on the block in the Dubai delegation.
Yes.
They're without a player coach, going only with outside coaching by Craig and Iliana,
Yes.
and they're doing fantastic.
What kind of average have they picked up so far this week?
They are standing in a 19 average.
A 19 average. I've never done that in competition.
Yeah.
I've never done a 19 average in competition.
18.8 it was before, but it will end up probably with a 19 average. Yeah.
ACM now, one of the British teams with the married couple in there, and
Oh, are they married? I didn't know. Gareth and Anna?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course. Both Hicks as a last name, so I guess they are.
yeah, and Debbie Lamsey and who's the?
Yeah, she was in several good teams in the UK in the past. This is kind of a pickup team at this point in time. They may commit for more later. Who knows? Aaron will probably stay in Bahrain. Aaron Faith, he's in the center inside slot there.
In the blue suit.
Yeah, in the blue suit. He used to be the tail for Satori, and so he knows the rear piece. Oh no, looking a few flaws there. So may swallow a little penalty there.
Did you say you had news that Satori was coming back next year with the team?
Yes, they are, and that is also great news for the sport in general, because that's definitely a top 10 team and probably a top 6 team, depending on how much they train. Our event coordinator and chief judge here, Pete Allen, is back in action with Satori, now together with his former XL teammate, John McIver. And yes, and they will be the national team. They are the national team. They won the nationals, and they will go to the World Meet next year.
Big FS situation in the UK. 70 teams, biggest nationals in the world. And we're just going to go to Jed. He's got a quick word with
We've got Gareth Hicks here from ACM. How was that round for you, Gareth?
It was good. Yeah, I think it was good. It was clean, which is unusual for us, which is a good start.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Gareth. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Gareth. Well, he looked like he had a bust there from me. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think with clean, he meant like they were skydiving clean, and they did. So, they didn't try to go too fast and all that. Now here's the interesting Tenanin lineup again with team captain, team former, Moulay Abbas. He is from Mauritania, and he had actually an interesting lineup at the World Challenge with Marco Arrigo, who's here too, but with Matthias Nord and Ditta Valsdottir, former Norwegian national world-class competitors. Now here he has actually Martial Ferré and Marco Arrigo again, and Mathieu Canesson, who was in the French 8-weight team last year, in the national 8-weight team.
The first time I saw him training, he came to prominence in Imperial Bravo with the French 4-weight. He was doing a 3-on-1 with them 2 or 3 years ago. But he says this is going to be a 3-year project he's got going now.
Yes, and that is exciting. A new country coming. I mean, it's actually one person only from Mauritania. But it's always great to see new people coming into the sport, getting excited about it and passionate, and doing whatever it takes.
Well, we should see the quality getting better and better now. We're a kind of quarter away down the pack, reverse order in the AAA 4-way finals.
And we're seeing the bad boys from the Czech Republic, also an incredible team career behind them. Started. If I look now, I'm going to look into this quickly. They have. This is the busiest competition team in the world. They have attended, I don't know how many, probably 10, 15 meets this year. And if I look into the history, they started in 2005 with this team, Bad Boys, with a 5.3 average. Imagine this, 5.3 average in 2005.
Wow.
They're still in the sport, and now they're back with a 21 average here. And that is all, not all, but Jan Klopka is a big part of that. But they're all nice guys and passionate.
He's trying to make some kind of internet league going in the Czech Republic, isn't he?
Yeah, the European Tunnel League is already in existence. We have founded that, and it will continue to grow. We have the Indoor Cloud League that we are doing together. So we have done a lot of things together. There he is, Jan Klapka.
Hi, I've got Jan Klapka here with me. How was that round for you, Jan?
Not bad, not good.
Yeah. You looking forward to the rest of the day?
Yeah, we are looking for the last round and party.
And party. We look forward to seeing you later. Thank you. That's Jan Klapka.
Thank you very much, Jed. There ringside. Azar Dubai Black are going to be our next team.
he likes that. You know, he's from the Czech Republic. They have the second best beer in the world, maybe the best one. So he likes the party.
Which would you say is the best?
Well, it would be, I would say Belgium or Czech Republic, followed by Germany. That would be my.
Let's change that subject because of where we are. But
yeah. And by the way, this is the infringers, actually, the Russian team.
Yes.
The Dubai black team is coming later. Infringers from Russia with one of the 8-way members, Tanay Dima, Dimitri Samohval. He is also in the 8-way competition.
Yeah.
And other than that, they have Igor Gusev, who used to be a Sport Lotto member. A very good 4-way team, and they are actually in that battle here with the bad boys.
With the Jed there, he's just got a quick word.
There's Igor.
How was that round for you? Was that what you were wanting to start with this morning? How was that?
We start not enough good. We have some brain lock on the first point, and because all jump will be very nervous.
Thank you.
Well, let's hope the rest of the round goes better for you. Cheers. Thank you.
This is our Dubai Black now.
Yeah, with our friend and veteran and coach and celebrity in the sport, Mr. Craig Girard.
Yeah.
And you see him in action again. Multiple world champion in 4-way and 8-way with Arizona Airspeed. Emigrated to the United Arab Emirates and bringing up the skydiving here together with Eliana Rodriguez to a new level, unseen level in this area.
Yeah, it's great to see him in action. It was great at the US Nationals to see the 8-way together with Airspeed and the rest of the boys. All
and they have their own battle actually also with another Russian team, Barguzian.
Yes.
And does Jed have somebody? Yes, Jed, come on, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got the guys here with me. How was that round for you?
Was good and excited, and we have fun to jump.
You've had fun. There you go. We're at the Clash of Champions in Flight Dubai, and we're having fun. Thank you.
And Craig Girard and two of the opponents right next to him know each other very well, because in this lineup, in the Barguzian lineup, we have Vladimir Pavlenko and Sergei Shenin, and Craig and those two folks have competed very often with each other in 8-way in the old days. With the Golden Knights, and they are doing 4-way here with Barguzian, and they are 1 point away from Dubai Asa Black, so they have an interesting situation there.
Yeah, we're almost halfway through the pack on the AAA. We're going to the AA next, and then the single A. It's round 9 of the championships. Clash of Champions, first big tunnel competition here in Dubai, Inflight Dubai. Has Jed got a quick word with one of these guys as they come through the door?
Can I take one moment with somebody, please? How was that round for you? A couple of brain locks there. Come on, round. Good round, bad round.
Bad round.
A few brain locks there. Let's hope that that gets better later on. Who have we got over here?
Sergei Shenin, actually one of the 8-way world champions of we just saw. He doesn't speak very well English.
Yes.
So, no, my Russian isn't much better either. But
So it's a French now. It's Gavroche.
yeah, now we're getting to those top teams.
Yeah.
This is Gavroche with a 24.8 average.
Incredible.
Yeah,
8-way champions.
And that is the 11th place.
Yes.
They will not make the top 10. It's too late for them. It's unbelievable, because that's really one of the top teams. Usually they're 8-way experts. You know, that's the second half of the French 8-way team.
Yes.
But it is still a surprise. They have always been in the top 10 at the World Challenge in Bedford. It's probably the first time I have to look at the records, but I don't think they've ever finished out of the top 10 in an indoor competition.
And they're 9 points away as well from the 10th place.
Yeah, they can. There's no way they can make the top 10.
No.
It's incredible. I'm totally impressed, speechless.
Yes.
Gavroche, I feel bad for them, but you can have only 10
Here's Jed.
teams in the top 10.
Kurt Regan, I've got here from Team Gavroche, one of the guys. How was that round for you this morning?
Yeah, that one was maybe a good one because yesterday was terrible for us. So today we just have to finish the competition with 2 good rounds and stay focused on the last one. But it's okay. But we are more focused now on the 8-way.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
and we're
much,
watching
guys.
the 8-way.
So
Thank
French
you very
4-way up and flying now in the Airstream.
And there was Julien Oleg who was speaking for Gavroche, and and now we have that French pack of teams, a 3-pack.
Yes.
It was Gavroche first, then we have the open class team, and then the women's team. And the open class team has the first female competitor, Laurence Hervé, in the center outside slot. Actually, she was with a French girl. She is a reigning four-way women world champion, but she was selected for the open class team, and that's the open class team, which is behind the women's team. First time, you know, those two teams have gone neck to neck in the past, and this is the first time that.
Let me see, Kurt, I'm going to have a quick word with her. We're just talking about you in the studio. How was that round for you?
Not so bad, but it's. I really see the judgment.
Wasn't too good for you. A bit early in the morning, maybe. We'll catch you later on.
French four-way female fly-in now.
And that is actually one of the technical, technical rounds, because we have block 10 in there with a slot switcher and memory, but we have 3 randoms too. So it's an interesting combination of a fast and not so fast round of random formations, but challenging block 10, and here are the girls. And they had actually a great finish of the day yesterday. They tied the Golden Knights for the in an earlier round and then outscored them in one round. And they are a lot closer to the Golden Knights at this meet than they were like a few weeks ago at the Indoor World Championship. And they're picking up the pace here now. Another great round for the French girls. So they begin to pick up the pace a little bit and may become a threat for the Golden Knights. Who knows?
Hey, coming over here, that looked like a really good round. Was that a good round for you?
Yeah, it was really good. Oof.
There you go. I can see the relief from her there. Thank you.
And that is Pamela Lissajou, the new member in the team. And she has made an incredible progression of stepping up from her previous team, the B team, Artemis Soumur, into this national lineup now. And they are shortly behind Black Cat, who is in the flying chamber at this moment here, and they are also aggressively pursuing that sequence where the teams have an opportunity to score higher than in an average round. They have Black Cat have 2 former 8-way world champions from Russia in their lineup, together with Alexander Kwashur, who is one of the original founding members, actually the youngest team member, Alexander, but one of the original members of the early in 2000, actually, when the Malevsky Cup was still on the schedule. Black Cat also, but it almost looked to me like the French 4-way women team outscored Black Cat on this one, and they are only 2 points behind. Now this is the pack of 5 teams who are only separated by 1 or 2 points, and Evolution is next. They are tied actually with the Qatar Tigers and 1 point ahead of Black Cat. The Canadians, which is an incredible story in itself. 3 brothers, Martin, Vince, and Benoit.
Looking fast.
And looking fast, and also competing in VFS 4-way. We saw that in the warm-up session on Friday. Oh, there was a little interruption, and we will have 1 or 2 point deductions on that. Now they're slowing down a little bit to get everything back in sync, and they do so. But a little costly, and where they are at this on the leaderboard right now, that's a costly loss of a point or 2, because the field is so tight, the competition so close. They will lose a point or 2 compared to their opponents on the leaderboard. Evolution. They also have their former videographer JC We May in the lineup now.
This first competition, isn't it?
Yep, first belly flying competition for him. So actually, now they are happy. So with him and with what they're doing here so far, even if they're not ending up in a medal ranking, that's a reigning bronze medalist in 4-way.
Well, 6 more teams to come in the AAA category, getting up now towards the top of the pack. This is Qatar Tigers.
Qatar Tigers, who are tied in 5th place with Thunder ISR with a 27 average.
Isn't that incredible? It's absolutely staggering.
And the Qatar Tigers, now coached by Jérémy Rollet, who is himself 4-way world champion of 2010 with the French team, and an 8-way world champion of 2006 and 2008. And so he really knows what he's doing. He's working with the team now. Luc Verstrepen, former Hayabusa member, has prepared, has laid the groundwork for the Qatar Tigers in the past 2 years.
Yes.
And Jeremy Rollet puts his own stuff on top of it, and takes some of the benefits. And they are the Qatar Tigers on a world-class level. And we see them definitely as a medal contender for the bronze medals in next year at the World Championship. Jed, do you have let's see if you can get one of those.
No, Jed's just away from the tunnel for the moment. We've got Thunder are going to be next.
There's Jeremy, the coach. Yeah, and Thunder is next, and Thunder has had an incredible day yesterday. 4 world-class rounds, and they moved from the 11th place, which is out of top 10, obviously, with Gavroche. They have moved to the 5th place, tied in 5th place with a 27 average, incredible.
Yeah.
And they have Sven Ebens in the center inside slot, who is one of the the founding members of Hayabusa, and now he couldn't continue when they became professionals, joined the army, and did full-time competing. He had to step back. Also, he had a baby, so he had to step back first, but then he came back with Thunder ISR because he's also so passionate and loves the sport so much he couldn't stay on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's back with Thunder ISR and with the guiding actually this team to a world-class level.
It's looking like the pace is not quite as fast as what we've just seen from Tigers. What do you think?
It's true. But it's on purpose. They're trying to control the pace and try to keep it clean. And it speaks that strategy has spoken for them and has been successful. So it may look slow, but if it's efficient and without any flaws, you're still scoring well. We see that because we saw several mistakes on the previous teams.
Yes.
Where we saw flaws, and brain knocks and all kind of stuff.
Wow.
None of that with Thunder ISR. Now here are the Golden Knights. Golden Knights have separated themselves a little bit from that pack that we just talked about.
Yes.
We'll see how towards the end of the meet, we will see how the difference between them and the French fly-in girls are. The Golden Knights have a great round here too. They're drilled and well prepared by Solly Williams coaching them, and they go at least the French pace. I think they may even pick a few points here again. I think it's a great round for the Golden Knights. Mentally very strong. You don't see any brain knocks. They're very much in sync, but they're full-time skydivers, full-time competitors, so great round.
And soldiers as well, so they've got that discipline going on.
Yeah, so and I'm sure they are aware of that the French team is kind of picking up the pace a little bit, so they have to put everything back in there again to make sure that they keep that distance. It's 1 year left, so it's not that much. In 1 year, a lot of things can happen.
One more round for them left, and then we've got the random round. But this is the French.
VMB Lille, all the 4 world champions from different countries, but and they have been keeping up. In the beginning of the meet, they kept up with the Hayabusa and airspeed. But then, as it was kind of to be expected, they're not so well trained as the 2 leaders, and they eventually lost the ground in round 7, I think it was, where they could not. They lost 4 or 5 points to the 2 top teams, and now they are too far behind to give them a serious competition for the 2 top spots.
Yeah, they got 35 on 7 and airspeed 39, Hayabusa 41.
But now they are, far away of all other teams in 3rd place, which is, with a 29.6 average.
Yeah, 14 points above the Golden Knights. What's their average? 29.6?
29.6 in 3rd place, yeah. And now we're getting to the 30 average point teams, 2 of them at this meet.
On a 30 average.
And what can you say? I think I'm going to shut up now and just let the audience watch Arizona airspeed. Let it melt on the tongue.
Yes.
And look at it and enjoy it. It is
Here we go.
Arizona airspeed.
Just the top shot. That's the top shot. Thank you.
I cannot shut up completely. Look at Thiago Moraes in the back when he's doing block 10. He puts his hand all the way on his back to avoid, give the judges any idea that he may make
There it
contact,
goes,
with his peace partner there. It's fantastic.
They're still going. They've got the lights flashing.
No, I could not shut my mouth for 35 seconds.
That was an incredible flight.
Yeah. It's a different dimension of four-way competition. Between. It will be difficult to beat this, but let's see. It's Hayabusa, so they can.
It looked pretty faultless.
Chris Farina, they are happy. They know they had a good round.
Here we go.
Hayabusa.
Top shot, please. Top shot. Thank you. That's it. Keep that. Continue.
And they have the new tail Girouang Bob Nollet in the tail slot, who is a new member. He has been with the team only since the end of last year. Has to replace Roy Jensen, the world champion. And you can imagine how difficult that is for him. And he has already proven, he has already shown by now that he is, in the slot and keeps up and everything.
Look at the speed of these randoms. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I think it looks like a tie, maybe. Well, who knows?
I don't know. It looks a little bit faster.
The judges will take a closer look at this because there were a few situations where the separation and between the formations were questionable at least. So I would not be surprised. Actually, Hayabusa in fact has lost 6 points to penalties so far. Arizona Airspeed only 2.